Hello everyone, hope all of you are fine and safe. So today we are going to discuss about the topic that is role of presentation in research. Friends, let us start our discussion with a beautiful thought. As you see in my slide, it is mentioned that people are not lazy or inefficient. They simply have not a goal which excites them to work. What you understood from that line? Let me visualize one thing that if you see people of any field, if you see there are some person who are remarkable in their field, who have got a really success in their field, and even if there is some person working the same field, they are not getting that kind of success. So what is the difference between these people and this kind of people? The thing is that there may be many problem there may be many problems, there may be many hurdles, but it's not the external condition which make them success, rather than it's their internal energy, it is their internal source. So when you do any work, you ask yourself whether I feel connected with that work or not, whether I'm really motivated internally to do that work or not, whether I feel sense of excitement to this work or not. And if you really feel excited, if you really feel motivated to do that work, then obviously you can go to any extent to make that things possible. There is also another quote, where there is a will, there is a way. Exactly, when you have a will, you can find a way to do that work. But how the will come? When you really understand or when you feel that work. So as a researcher, when I'm going to choose a topic, when you're going to choose any work, we must have to think whether I'm getting connected with it work or not, whether I feel a sense of motivation towards this work or not. If you really feel, then nobody will stop you to do a great work or to achieve a great result. With this, I'll start our discussion. So I'll try to make you understand the topic, that is role of presentation in research, through a story. Right? The story is all about cook and researcher. The story begin like this. As you know, the story is cook and researcher. So there is a famous cook who is not only popular in a country but also throughout the world. Is very popular for his tasty dishes, and he is not only popular for his tasty dishes. He also has another quality to choosing right kind of ingredient for the dishes. Yes, he has that kind of skill. If you show him thousands of product of same, suppose same product in thousand variety, he has the ability to choose the best quality. So he is master over that. He can choose the best ingredient for the dishes, and not only that is his quality, he has also another quality, that right way of cooking that food, the right method, right way of right ingredients, the right quantity, uh, how much time it will take to boil, kind of thing. So he is also very uh, structural, you can say systematic way of cooking. He has the ability to systematic cooking, and that skill really make the dishes very tasty. But one limitation he has, that is he doesn't know how to serve that food. And generally, you know that in restaurant, it is the waiter, they are serving that food. So what happens? One day, all the waiters are not there; they are absent, and some customer came to the restaurant. So he has to serve that food. Though he has not right skill, is not properly trained to how to serve that food. So he served the food in a quite horrible way. As you see that he dumped all the food in a plate and served that food to the customer. What happens when he served that food to the customer? Just like looking like a khichdi. So Even if the foods are tasty, even if the foods are uh, made in a right manner, but it's not a right way approach to getting that food. So customers are become highly dissatisfied. You can see their faces. That's really horrible. And they gave some bad remark about the restaurant, bad remark about the food as well as the cook. And after getting such kind of bad remark, because he has put a lot of hard work, he has also a also great confidence about his cooking skill. But after getting such kind of bad remark, it's really felt dissatisfied. He felt sad, and he tried to find out what is the really problem I made for which the customers are giving such kind of bad remark. And after analyzing thoroughly and getting remark from his peers and colleagues, and he get to know that really it is not the quality of the food, it is the way I serve that food to the customer. And he upgraded himself. He learned how to serve that food. And after a few days, same situation came. Again, there is a no waiter, and he has to serve that food. So this day, he is not repeating the same mistake again. Now, as he has upgraded himself, so he served the food in a proper systematic way. As you see, the lucrative way he's serving his food to the customer. And after getting that food, the customer is highly satisfied, as you see the face. So this is all about the story. What is the moral of the story and how you can correlate the story with your research? As our topic name is uh, cook and researcher. So here I want to say that here the cook is none other than he is the researcher, right? Just like all of us, we all are the cook in that restaurant. The restaurant is our research, the restaurant is our research area. So the cook is the researcher, and the ingredients we are using is our data. It may be your qualitative data, it may be your quantitative data. And the way he is making his food, that is your data analysis. And the way he presenting the food, that is your report, that is your research report. It may be your research article, it may be your dissertation, it may be your thesis, it may be your any research output, right? So what I need to understand here, what we all need to really put some attention, to pay some more attention here, that even if you are well versed in collecting the data, even if you are well versed filtering your data, you are getting good quality of data, and you are master over the tools and techniques. You can analyze the data in a very logical, in a complex manner. But your all hard work has no meaning unless until you have the right skill to present your data. If you're not going to present your data in a logical manner, in a systematic manner, in a right way, you're not going to satisfy your customer. You know that what the customer I'm talking about. The customer is all about your reader. He may be your supervisor, he may be your co-researcher, he may be your student, he may be the policymaker, any customer who is going to read your work. So if you are not going to present in a right manner, you are not going to satisfy your customer. So you need to, just like the cook upgraded himself, we need to really understand the role and importance of the presentation. We need to really upgrade ourselves to present our hard work in a systematic and rightly placed manner. Then only we can going to satisfy our customer. Then only our entire hard work is going to have uh, some value before our customer, or else entire hard work, entire analysis going to meaningless. So this is all about your presentation, and with this story I'm just want to ignite you that you really understand that what is the role of presentation. Here I'm not saying that ingredient is not important, data is not important, I'm not saying that analysis is not important. I'm not saying that tools and techniques is not important. All the things are important, but these things are really make some sense if you present that things in a right manner. So with this, I'll end the today's session, and next session I hope we'll discuss more about the presentation of data. Thank you for your watching and your patient listening. Thanks a lot.